Hi everyone, it is the 21st of August of 2023 and today I'm going to take you back to the past because I am looking at Nintendo Power issue number 1 from July/August of 1988. So this was before I was born, not long before I was born. So This magazine has some cultural significance because Nintendo Power was big in the US, and of course this is the first issue of it. So I mean, Nintendo Power is the US. It's a US magazine. But you know, you see the like sometimes you'll see like channels like the AVGN, and I think I don't know any of those off the top of my head, but this is like heralded as like the foundation of 80s gaming culture in the US, which a lot of stuff is based on. A lot of the media on YouTube is based off. At least for people who are a bit older than me, or even my age. So I thought this would be a nice glimpse into that window. And also, I think this is so far the oldest one I've done. This is the only one I've done so far from the 80s. So this is going to be purely the NES, and it should be interesting to see maybe seeing some mullets going around. Mullets, were they big in the 80s? I don't know. We might see some 80s fashion and some 80s lingo. We might see things be gnarly and rad. Is that from the 80s? I don't know. That might be 90s. Either way, let's get to it. So this scan is it's not perfect condition, as you can see. So you get a free poster inside. Here's Mario with off-colour clothes, grabbing what looks like a carrot. And there's the bad guy from Mario 2, the US Mario 2, which is Super Doki Doki Panic. Yeah, Super Mario 2. 20-page spectacular. Got Zelda, the second quest of Zelda, in-depth review, baseball roundup, and over 50 pro tips. It retailed for $3.50. The source for NES players straight from the pros. Alright then, let's get going. So here we are. Oh, look! She's reading Nintendo Power, but that's not what it looks like. That might have been like an original draft. And this person up here is on the phone. So this is Power to the Pros. We're always coming up with ways to help you play a winning game. Our Power line to the Nintendo Game Counselors is one of our best ideas yet. In fact, we have so many video games fans calling that we're putting more game experts on the team. So be patient while we gear up to take more calls and answer more of your questions than ever. It's a weird thing to think about, isn't it? There being people on the phones waiting to, like, whose job it was to, like, give tips and explain things in games. This is our primary issue of Nintendo Power, the new bi-monthly magazine that's going to put more power in the hands of video game players like you than ever before. Yes, this would have been quite revolutionary because when you think about it, games were always like just toys in a way. Like maybe if you think about like before this, you'd have Pong or Pac-Man and all that lot. And sure, there's like there's ways in Pac-Man to improve your skills, like you can learn about how the ghosts move and all that. But this was when games really started to come out with new like, you know, they'd actually like have like legitimate secrets in and all that. Right, look at this layout. It looks so quaint. The complete overworld map for the second quest of Zelda. Oh. Got some Zelda, there's Mario 2, and some baseball. Collect a counselor's corner. Alright. Pack watch, get a glimpse into the future of NES game packs. Got play contest, the players poll. Next issue and from the editor. Alright. And over here, Double Dragon, Gauntlet, Contra, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Video shots. Take shots of the latest releases for your NES. NES Journal. Video Spotlight. The spotlight's on you when we feature NES power plays. I will jump back and forth between saying NES and NES. Like, I've always said NES, but I've heard NES said enough times that it's sort of bleeding out. Anyway, this is the contents, and that's this little cartoon character here. I think it's called Nesta, which makes sense. NES, Nesta. Super Mario Brothers 2. I mean, it still is very childish, if you know what I mean. Like, the way it's laid out. Like, look at this. Like, that is very childish, isn't it? But then it makes sense. Mario's back in action. Are you ready to conquer 7 worlds with the help of Mario and his 3 friends? And you have the enemies over here. So is that the original Shy Guy? Look at that. Look. Ooh, a blue hedgehog. Ooh. Oh wait, they're Shy Guys. So this has got a different type of mask on. Anyway. It all started late one night when our hero Mario had a very strange dream. In his dream he climbed up a long, winding stairway leading to a door. When he opened the door he saw a world unlike any other he'd seen before. As he peered into this wondrous world, he suddenly heard someone say in a faint, distant voice, "Welcome to the world of dreams, the land of Subcon." Subcon? I don't know what that means. That's the name of the place. "We have been waiting for you, Mario. We want you and your friends to fight against the evil ruler, Wart. Wart, that's what it's called. And bring peace back to the world of dreams." So I thought I thought it was a plot twist that he was dreaming. Anyway, you can choose your character here. See, she wasn't called Peach, she was just called Princess. See, Mario. So is this the first time Luigi was depicted as being taller? I wonder. Toad, he is the worst jumper, but the weight of items does not hinder him one bit. Okay, so they do have like different stats and distinct features. Like I know that Peach can like float around a bit, and Luigi has floatier jumps. Oh, how to play? Oh yeah, the holding down jump, the high jump, the power squat jump. Your body flashes after you squat for a while by holding down the control pad. If you press A to jump while flashing, you can make the highest jump yet. Run and jump. So hold on, control the movements of your character by using a combination of A and B buttons as well as the control pad. If you want to jump, simply use your A button. To increase speed and hightail it away from danger, use your B button. Run. It just takes a bit of practice. You'll have the moves down. Without items, all the characters move at the same speed. When carrying items, each character has a different speed. So Toad is the slowest, but holding items doesn't slow him down at all, I guess. And you can pick up items and throw them. Right, zoom, bamf, snap, thump, badoom. Defeat your enemies. Yeah, the power blocks. You could throw them. Explode. Bombs. Lift enemies. Yeah, because you jump on top of them and pick them up. It is very strange to think about this because, like, I know that Doki Doki Panic is... I know that this game is just Doki Doki Panic. I agree with Brenda because the original Mario 2 was really, like, hard. And I thought it wouldn't work with American audience, so they just like reskinned another game. But this was before Mario was like a massive like franchise with very specific, like a franchise that they would really want to protect. So it sort of they sort of like had the leeway, like, oh yeah, just make a different game, just slap this Mario on it, that'll work. Oh, we have items. Mushroom block. Use it to attack the enemy. Use it as a lid, or use it as a takeoff spot. I don't get it. Yeah, so what I mean is there's certain like mechanics in this where it really feels out of place for Mario, but at the time it wouldn't have, because it was just, oh, this is the new game. And I suppose that's what second games in the series were like a lot at the time, like Castlevania 2 and Final Fantasy 2, Zelda 2. There was a thing going on with the second game in the series. So yeah, potions open up a door. Starman. It may appear as you collect cherries. When you have them, you will become invincible for a while. 1-up. This is especially helpful just to reach out and catch it. See there? It's not even green. But what is interesting, I think, is the way that some Mario things are introduced in this game, like the Shy Guys, and it's like it isn't even like a proper Mario game, if you know what I mean. Also, look at the inconsistencies. Like sometimes he's wearing the blue on the red, and sometimes he's wearing the red and the blue. Oh, hold on. No, they're the same. It's just his hat is different colour. So his hat's changed there. We have some enemies. You can't switch your character until you complete a world you're on. Make your selection carefully. At the beginning of each world, some characters work better in certain worlds than others. Ah, so it helps to know what to do, know what to get going ahead. Now we have all these. Sniff It. There, that's what it's called. Shy Guy, Birdo, Chowder, Flurry, Porky. Ah, so are they... Right. Porky. So they are... I mean, they are a classic Mario enemy. But is this where they originated from? Bob-omb. What about them as well? Maybe. And they've got the big boss Wart. He's the most mischievous of all the rascals in the world of dreams. He created monsters by playing with the Dream Machine. Well, how very naughty. Oh, and then we have some Olympic sport artwork here with... See, yeah, Luigi is a good jumper, so he does the jump. Mario... although Mario's known for jumping, isn't he? Like running and jumping. That's like his main thing. He's a jumpman after all. And they have these other characters doing their other little events. Our 4 competitors are showing off their talents. Mario is best at the all-round athlete. Luigi's a world-class... Yep, see? The Princess excels at the long jump. And Tiny Toad is super strong. Right, yeah. I was going to say this is where Toad came from, but no, because Toad was in the first game saying that Princess is in another castle. So this is like a guide of the world. You'll find 2 places where your jumping techniques will be tested. Watch out, it will lure you over if you fall into the waterfall, even if your life meter indicates full. Yeah, so it's like a bottomless pit. Start. So where's this? Oh, this is World 1-1. So this is the start. And it's telling, it's like got full maps here telling you like where things are. I wonder if the earliness of this magazine meant that they didn't have as many games to talk about, so they were able to go into more details. Sometimes, I don't know. Take a shortcut. So where's this shortcut? Is this... So, if you have a powerful jump, you can leap over the waterfall and take a shortcut to the little boss. Use a bomb to destroy the wall and open the door. Right. So if you're playing as Luigi or the princess, you'd have a better time. Because there's a gap for you to jump over. A lot of green grass in subspace, so you can collect a lot of coins. You may, of course, find mushrooms. And this is World 1-2. How to escape from Phanto. That's the mask that spins around. I think they're in Kirby's Dream Land as well. Ride on a flying carpet. Be patient and wait for Pidgeot floating above in the air. If you move carelessly, you'll fall off the cliff. You will be okay if you can get on top of Pidgeot's head. You don't have to land on the middle. You'll be able to control the carpet by using the control pad. Control pad, before it was called D-pad, I'm guessing. Who called it D-pad originally? So I'm not going to go into too much details over this, I think. There's like secret rooms and stuff. Okay. 1-3. So how far does this go? Is this just look at the slant on this. This is just like a generic platform level. I mean, they all will be, but yeah. And Mouser. And you've got Mouser. And oh, there's another map over here. So there's a secret room there. You start at the bottom and go up. If you get the key, keep going down while you avoid Phanto. You'll find a bed of spikes at the bottom left. Watch out. Okay. World 2 one. So you got the fight with Birdo there. What have we got over here? So this is the desert. So is Birdo a recurring boss then? Because I thought she was just like a one-off. Like fight near the start. Are you ready for quicksand? How about deep pits? You'll have to dig your way through the sand, and it's not so easy. These are just a couple of many hair-raising problems and challenges. Here's a clue to remember: don't stop unless you have a good foothold. Unless you, I don't know what that means in terms of the game, though. Fire attack. Panzer blows fire at you to block your way. Defeated by tossing a Shy Guy at it. Okay. And you have Myro digging. Cobras live in the jars and the deserts. Watch out. They sometimes emerge from jars and shoot bullets. Okay then. So is it going to continue on to World 2 too? Oh, it is. I don't think there's much to say here. There's a few more maps. It's just like a walkthrough, so. Should I go to the right or to the left? Oops, there's a dead end on the left. Yeah, I don't think there's much to talk about. But it's just saying like more stuff, yeah. And there's Triclide, so this is the end of the deserty level. And oh, okay, so that's where it ends. Anyway, so here we have, and this page is not loading. So this is the first Zelda game by the looks of it. Oh, there it is. This is the first Zelda game. The second quest begins. Right, how to enter another world. If you successfully fought your way through the game, but accidentally erase your name, enter Zelda. When you register, it will start the second adventure right away. Huh? What does that mean? If you successfully fought your way through the game, but accidentally erase your name, enter Zelda. When you register, it will start your second adventure right away. So that if you accidentally like delete your save file or something? I don't know. Don't know what the significance of that is. Anyway, look at this formatting. What is this about? So what's different in the second quest from the first? The structure is almost the same as the first quest except for 3 geographical features, but you still have to think over your strategy because things like hidden caves in the second quest are located in different places. If you want to know more, please check the attached map. We have some story. Which I'm not going to read. So that's for Zelda 2. Oh, yeah. So this looks like Zelda 1 though. So we have the map. There are two big differences between the first and second Zelda quests. The Legend of Zelda, you'll discover in the course of the second quest that the lay of the land... Oh! So this isn't Zelda 2 then, it's something within Zelda 1. Is that right? The land in the underworld is vastly different. Can you find your way in these labyrinths? The second big difference is the placement of items in the underworld. Where are they? So... it's sort of like a New Game Plus sort of deal, like the... I suppose you could say it's kind of like Master Quest from the Ocarina of Time. See, when I said the second quest, I did think it meant like, oh, it's teasing Zelda 2 or something. So if you successfully fought your way through the game but accidentally raise your name, enter Zelda. Right, so if you put your name as Zelda, it will automatically start you off on the second quest, as they call it. So, some things are different. Right. The challenge is definitely more complex than the first quest. To make matters worse, the enemies guarding the labyrinth have become much more stronger too. It's more difficult to get to Ganon in the second quest. As you see, the brief map of the world on your left, the labyrinth is located in the same place as it was in the first quest. The entrance is already open, so the world map is the same, but some things are moved around, like items are moved around, I'm guessing. So this is where you find all the items and all that. I mean, I don't know to what extent this is the same as the first quest. Wooden boomerang. So when you defeat all the red Goriyas. I played the first Zelda game very briefly. The Stelfoss throw their swords. So that's a unique thing for the second quest then. Yeah, these bad guys used to just be skeletons, but in the second quest they throw swords at you. So it's like a hard mode. But the thing is, can you put the name Zelda in before you've completed it and then it'll automatically take you to the second quest? Because I imagine some people would just do that by default. And we have level 2. So that tells you where it is on the overworld map. Okay. The whistle, the compass, I have to get the whistle. Oh, look at this. It's overlapping. Can hear. The mighty darkness will try to stop you, so try to get the white sword before you deal with them. You've got a magical boomerang. So what's the difference between the magical boomerang and the original one? If you defeat all the red Goriyas, you can get the magical boomerang, which can go longer distances. Makes sense. Hard container. So in the first one, hard container is... Hold on. You can get a hard container in a place like this instead of in front of the Triforce. Toss 2 bombs into the Dodongo's mouth. It's a blast. So heart containers, are they hidden items in the first game? I don't remember. You know what? Oh, hold on. That's level 3. Yeah. So level 3 has the Dodongo. 1 second. I'm going to put my glasses on. Got to get them out of my bag. See, a few weeks ago, I got these glasses, and I got them specifically for whilst I'm looking at screens. And for a second there, I was thinking, I was like reading this, and I'm just thinking, I'm quite tired. But then it's like, I should put my glasses on, because I can still see things fine. It's just a case of my eyes won't strain as much when I've got them on. Also, I edited the volume, so this volume should be fine. I just put up the bass input volume. Bass as in B-A-S-E, not B-A-S-S. Anyway, you need enemy bait you need to buy some bait to get your enemies Gorillas. What even is a gorilla? Are the biggest suckers. Also, don't forget to bring some enemy bait with you because you will need to obtain the magical boomerang. While you're at it, make good use of your whistle and gain more heart containers by creating holes in various places. Hold on. There is a little lake where the entrance to level 2 used to be. Blow the whistle. Remember level 7 in the first quest. Bingo, an entrance appears. Alright, so some of the places have moved around. So that's where level 3 is. Oh, we have a bit more guide. So yeah, it's very dedicated to, this is very dedicated to, oh, you're a Nintendo player? Well, we have the information for you. And this dungeon looks quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Labyrinthian, maybe? I don't know. Seems pretty big. All of a sudden, a gigantic maze with 30 rooms appears. A lot of very troublesome red bubbles come pouring out. To make matters worse, you will also need a lot of money here. You will need at least 50 rubies, but if you want to have more bombs, you will need 100 extra rubies. But there is good news too. You have a chance to get 2 items if you try hard. Yeah, I just gotta try hard. They're called rubies then, with a B, not rupees. Just not been too, like the name hasn't been, what's the word? Not solidified, but that's basically what I mean. Magic book. Have you defeated all the enemies in the room? Open the entrance to the basement by moving the middle block on the left side of the room. Even if you have the magic book, it won't be too useful until you get the magic wand. So you need both of them then. The raft. The raft, do you use that on the overworld map? Because I know you can get like a ladder to cross like lakes and all that in the dungeons. I don't know. Level 5. Oh, this one's a bit more straight. It's a bit windy, but it's a bit more straightforward. This one's a bit deserty. So that looks like the same boss again. So do they not have much variety with the bosses? Do they repeat the bosses? Unless you obtain the raft in level 4, you can't reach this island where the labyrinth is. The location is the same as level 4 in the first quest. Yeah, so they've moved it around a bit. Get the bow. Yeah, and it's just like, you know, compass, map, just normal Zelda stuff. Fairies from the overworld can replenish your power so you can use your sword again. Yeah, because you have to have, if your health is maxed, you can shoot your sword out like lasers, sort of. When it comes to red bubbles, you won't be able to swing your sword at all unless you ... touch a blue bubble. Ah, okay. So water of life. Without fairies, you can regain your strength by drinking the water of life. You get a bow and arrow. If you're one of those who have played the first quest, you must know that bow and arrows are very effective for defeating the boss enemy Gorma. That's the spider? The spider with one eye. But did you know that they are also very effective against Paul's voice and likes? Give them a try. Did you get the magical sword? The labyrinth is most difficult of the 9 to clear. Helps immensely if you have 12 heart containers and the magical sword before you enter. Don't forget the water of life either. First of all, advance to the left and obtain the ladder. So yeah, the ladder is what I'm talking about. Hold on. Where in the world is the staircase hidden in this room? By moving a block on the far left. It tells you where to get the ladder. The answer to your... Hold on. This is kind of tricky. When you see a hole under the trap Move the trap a little bit and jump in the hole. The answer to your prayers, a ladder. Now you can head east and get the much needed heart container in the sea. It doesn't tell you what the ladder's, how the ladder's used, but oh, look at this. Look at this question mark. I'm not telling you where level 7 is. Oh, but you got to burn down a tree, don't you? That's the... And look, it's that same dragon again. Last piece of the Triforce. Magic wand. So what does a magic wand do? Besides the red and blue bubbles, if you will find the wall masters here, defeat them, then move the center block on the right, open the basement door. It doesn't tell you what it does though. Magic key. So does that open up a particular door, or is it like a open all door kind of deal? I remember the magic wand in Link's Awakening is... It's like a ranged fire attack that never runs out. I played that game as a kid, but I never completed it. And then I played it again not too long ago and got to the end. And I saw all the things. Anyway, look at this. You got level 9. The red ring. Finally, the red ring. Now your enemies can only inflict a quarter of damage. Oh, that's a protecting thing. Did you find 8 pieces? If you don't have them, if you don't have 8 of them, the old man in the room right above the entrance won't let you in. 8 pieces? Oh, the Triforce. Yeah, because this is level 9. So you'll need to do all 8 first before you can come in here. And then the silver arrow. And now a new adventure begins. Ah, so now this is Zelda 2. Look, real fighting scenes. Real, unlike the first one. Did you defeat the Ganon successfully? Or shall I say, successful? Are you waiting for more exciting action, danger, and adventure? Get ready, Nintendo has something really exciting in the works. It's coming this fall, and if you like The Legend of Zelda, you'll love what's coming up. You've got the overworld, many spells. Get clues from villages. A very strange departure. But this, hold on, the complete strategy map. So this is continued on the next page, isn't it? So, I don't know. This looks like half of it. So, I'm not familiar exactly with the world of Zelda 1. Hold on. The enemies you meet in the underworld are now stronger. Okay, white sword. Get the white sword from the old man whom you meet at the top of the waterfall. Magical sword is the most powerful sword. You can't get it unless you have 12 heart containers. Magical sword. So does that shoot out the things no matter what? I'm guessing. Again, it doesn't really tell you what it does. Many hidden places. So I'm going to guess the other part of the map's on the other page, which leads me to think that this is not, that this is cut off wrong. Oh no, hold on. Oh. So it's actually like a 3-part thing. Okay. So that's where you start. So this is like quite a revolutionary game because it is like, you know, like it is like an adventure in the sense like, oh, you can go all these different ways and you don't know what's there. You have to go out and find it all yourself. So there's level 1 straight ahead. But say if you just got the sword, you could go like, could you go around this way? I don't know. What's interesting about this to me is that this is a game where I've played a little bit and I've seen like short videos of things. So like this bit here where all these things are jumping around. I've seen that, but my brain didn't say like, oh yeah, that's at the bottom of the map. So This will be... Oh, so you need to go on that and get the raft over to there. Right. There's the white sword. But, I mean, could you... No, because you need to go up the waterfall. So... Yeah, I mean, you could maybe... I mean, you can't enter level 3 by the looks of it because... Oh, no, you can. So, right from the start, you can go to level 3. You can go to level 1, obviously. Where's level 2? Well, there's 4. So, it looks like you could go to 4 as well. Is 2 on the first page? I don't know. Could you get the power bracelet? I mean, you might need items that are missing, so... I don't know. Why don't you take a shortcut? When you don't want to be bothered by all the enemies on the map, take the shortcut, open the entryway with the power bracelet. Right. Be sure to meet all the people. And these are what all the shops are selling. So most of them sell the magic shield at different prices. So what is magic shield then? Is it just a shield? Blue ring. Ah, so shop 14. So S14, that's shop 14. So in there, you can get a key, an enemy bait, and a blue ring. Right. Okay. Well, here we have a 3-page spread of some baseball thing. Yeah. Oh, 4-page spread. It like opens up. Ah, that explains how that spans across 3 pages then. I get it. Right. And so this would fold out so that it's like a square. So this left side is actually on top of the right side. So there's going to be something else on this side as well. Oh. Is that a continuation on of that? I guess it could be. One. It's not. So this is on top of this. And this one. Oh, is that one below? I don't think so. Because this guy would be in the air because he's not. Oh, is that? Hold on. That's the ball being hit, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, gee, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, baseball roundup. Probably gonna go over this quickly because I, quite frankly, do not really care. Not really interested. Baseball roundup. Are you ready, ball fans? Here comes a triple header. What's going to pack your Nest Stadium with more thrills, more excitement, and more big league action than you've ever dreamed? The bases are loaded. The pennant race is raging, and you're at bat. Baseball stuff. Whoa, baseball stuff. Awesome graphics, pro players, all-star lineup. 12 top teams. This thing. This isn't take me out to the ball game. You're actually out there playing Major League Ball. And 1 million sports fans are counting on you to bring home the glory. Would you look at that? These are the actual lineups used in the major leagues. So this would be this would be maybe not the first, but this is sort of like a precursor to the whole thing of like sports games being made to represent actual people, actual players. And look at this. I mean, because it's the NES, it's an old system. So you got this classic Dragon Quest 1 box there. Yeah. Oh, more. They've really kept it on theme, haven't they, with like the net effect. I mean, it really like the baseball, like the cage. That's what I'm looking for. This looks bad. You've got the coach here. This is today's order. Let's go. Decide your order of batting. Think smart as you use your 4 substitute players. Don't waste their strength. Call for a relief pitcher. You won't believe the realism. The pitcher's viewpoint actually changes depending on whether you throw with your right or with your right or your left. Yeah, it's very much styled like a comic book in a way. Like you get some of them, like the newer ones where it's all just like white with plain text and some like images on theme for whatever game they're talking about. But this one, it really is trying to make it like a comic where it's like say like the Bean or whatever, but they're talking about the hot new games. Batter's box. Yeah. There's something like stepping into the batter's box, tightening your grip and hitting the ball clear out of the park. Swing, step and bunt. Inside pitch. Outside pitch, I don't know what that means. You've got 2 things down in order to swing your way to the first base timing and position inside the batter's box. Once you master these techniques, the pitcher can forget about that no-hitter. Home run, oh no, shock. Alright, high five. Yeah, look, you got the red team, he's happy because he won. And the blue team, he's unhappy because he lost. And this guy, so I wonder if blue is meant to represent like the enemy teams. Maybe. You got the scoreboards there. Play ball. Yeah. And more stuff. More what is going on here? Beanball battle. A pitcher throws a wild pitch and hits the batter. A wild beanball battle breaks out and the batter is thrown out of the game. So what does that mean? Like the players are fighting each other? Counselor's corner. Ah. So this is this is where we answer letters from players who have found themselves stuck again and again in the same spot, or lost in a maze, or unable to beat a formidable opponent, or in a number of other fixes. This is the place to get your questions answered by the pros. Have a drink. So, Ghosts and Goblins. Can I select a stage? And how do you defeat the Red Devil? Look at that. Stage, Red Devil. So they've got a cheat for the stage select. Throw a spear at him and quickly run back to the left. If he does not follow you after, then your strategy will be a big success. The next time you to the right, the Red Devil won't appear. Ring King. Some boxing game. And then here, Metroid. I have a hard time finding power-up items. I usually get wiped out before I can find them. Can you help? I'm like, oh yeah, look, here's a map. Depends on where you are. Can you find your way to the place where the energy tank and missile are located by yourself? At a glance, you'll think it's impossible to get through, but there is a way. So this is big map of an area, and I'm just showing you where all the different items are. No Fair. So Brinstar. So No Fair is got a lot more. It's a lot more compact, but seems to be a lot more going on. Whereas Brinstar is more spaced out. So there's the 2. There might be 2. I don't know. Oh look, yeah. So you start here. You need to go left to pick up Maru Mari. That's the volleyball thing. You have to go left and then you go right. So I mean, I know it's... There's not really that much to show. I mean, look at this room here. It's all just like the same platforms over and over again. Very simple. But they've actually, for what the game is, they actually go into a lot of detail. Super Mario Bros. Are there really unlimited one-ups? Plus, how can you tell me to get the fireworks and what they mean? So, yeah, the one-up trick there. And then you gotta keep hitting the Koopa against the wall. And then the fireworks. If it ends with 1, 3 or 6, the fireworks go off 1, 3 or 6 times. Each explosion of the fireworks is worth 500 points. Time or jump accordingly for maximum points. So it's one of those things where it's effectively they'd want to make it random. It's my guess. And that was just their way of trying to program that. Kid Icarus. I can't beat Hoodraw. Right. Jump above his head, avoiding his fire attack, then wait a moment, study his moves carefully, and then go after his weak point for the win. I have a feeling, I'm not familiar with the game, but I have a feeling that probably didn't tell you much. Rygar. I figured to get the Pegasus flute, but now I don't know what to do with it. The entrance to the castle will appear. Old games really had a fondness for magical instruments, didn't they? Like you get the flute and then you got to use it at a certain place and it'll open a door and things like that. And we have Castlevania. No matter how many times I try, I can't seem to beat the 5 boss characters. Okay, well, don't you have to beat them in order? So surely, if this is someone handing in this item, like submitting this question, then they would give a specific one. Yeah, they're all just watch out for this attack. The Carrier Warriors. Can I do a stage select? Please help me. How can I get my NES games from my father? He's glued to the set. Oh no. Oh. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So very specific. I'm not reading this, just very specific time things, timed attacks and learning the signals. Speak up. Kansas Con is all about hearing questions you have concerning NES game packs. We'll answer all kinds of questions like how do I defeat this opponent or where can I find hidden objects, and if we get enough inquiries on any one game, we might just do an entire feature. But anyway, here we have a little comic. Howard and Nestor. So, judging by this, Nestor is the cool one. He plays Nintendo games because he's cool, and Howard is uncool because he doesn't. Right, hello, I am Howard Phillips, president of the Nintendo Fun Club, and this is my good friend Nestor. Oh, maybe not then. Yeah, Nestor's like, I should be president. So Howard is like the grown-up. Oh, no, so Howard actually is like familiar with Nintendo stuff then. Oh well. I was going to be like, oh, Howard is so lame. Oh, Nestor's cool. Playing Zelda today, I see. You should have found levels 8 and 9 by now. Oh, I'm just messing around. I know where they are. I can't find them. Oh no, he's lying. He's looking for them. I bet you have forgotten where they are. You think you're so smart. Are you kidding? Level 8 is hidden in the second screen up. Third from the right under the tree in the path. Oh, so Nestor's tricked Howard into telling him the answer. And then, yeah. Oh. He said you should reference the Nintendo Power magazine. This is Final Fantasy IX Officially Strategy Guide, the original. Like saying, you should check this out. Anything else I can help you with? Yes, no. No, I already knew where they were. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, So Howard is the smart one and he knows the answer to Nintendo questions. And Nesta doesn't know, like, he's cool and all that and he doesn't know everything, but he's trying to pretend. Trying to pretend. Classified information. So, is this for upcoming games? Programmers and pros reveal top secret program quirks and ultra techniques. Read them, practice them. So not quite. Pull the goalie and go for it. So this is in an, I was going to say in an ice hockey game, but literally called ice hockey. Yeah. So it's a very particular maneuver by the looks of it. And put up your forces fast. Ah, there's the Konami code. Oh, I didn't see the Konami code there. Ah, there it is, never mind. Anyway, in Gunsmoke, when the text screen appears, push the A button 4 times and the select button 4 times, then push the control pad right twice, finally push start, and now you're loaded. So there's a lot of dedicated like cheats in this magazine. Dedicated to like, well, you know, telling you secret codes and all that. Rad Racer. Yes, it's again. I think it's a. It looks like yeah, you can start from course 8, so it's again more cheats, like top secret. Mushroom magic needs maximum strength from Athena. So this isn't like so much tips; it's just telling you like codes. Except for this one, looks like it isn't. This one looks like it is like, you know, a tip, like giving you information about some magic thing. Anyway, in Punch Out here, got some more codes. And stage selecting Arkanoid. Yeah, so as you can see, top secret. Endless energy. In Ring Pro. In Ring King. Yeah, look. Look there. Flame and Fortune. That's a weird name. Oh, Ninja Kid. Discover 2 secret characters that will aid our escape. Right, yeah, so that's actually like stuff in the game, not just like stuff like part of the game design, not the cheat. And Zanak. Is this one? This one looks to be like information. Alright. Classified. Oh, Double Dragon. Street toughs move to attack. There are several ways to play this game. You can play it single player or multiplayer. What is mode 1 and 2? So mode 1 starts out street smart with the help of a map of mission 1-3. You'll be up against some very tough customers, the Black Warriors. But there's a big reward in victory. You increase your technical skills by another level. So what's mode B? Enter the arena and battle the fierce. Oh, so it's like boss battles. Mode A is like, so mode A is basically like, you know, the campaign, and mode B is one-on-one fighting. Strange, isn't it, that they call it mode A and mode B rather than versus and all that. Yeah, look at the formatting on this. These, like, the words just go completely over the, like, over the weird background images. Different attacks there. Mission 1, Mission 2. Oh, we've got to walk through. Or some advice. Yep. When you defeat all the enemies, then you can move. A few tips. Take the whip from Linda. Avoid all drums. Do they explode? Or are they just moved? They're just thrown at you. by this guy by the looks of it. There's a conveyor belt in the centre of the boss room. It can be used to make the gang members fall down for an easy victory, but if you want to fight them, you can move up a level with the points you earn in battle. Right. So you'll earn points if you kill them the conventional way. I tell you what, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, but I'm not so much a fan of this particular graphical style where, things have got perspective, but it's very clearly like 2D. Because this image here makes sense if you're stood like here from this angle, being able to see both those walls. But as the screen moves, it doesn't necessarily make much sense. Yeah, so scoring points, I'm guessing that's to get more lives and whatnot. Got mission 2. Watch out for dynamite, so there is explosions. And this one's got like a vertical bit by the looks of it. You might be able to hear the wind. I've got the window ajar. So mission 3. Oh, this one takes up both pages. Gets quite complicated. Can you handle it? You won't be able to move ahead by simply clearing an area. This area is divided into 4 sections. How's that for challenge? You should be very careful not to get caught running in circles. Oh, so it's a bit maze-like. So, but this is weird because it's here you've got the side-scrolling stuff going on, like there's depth to it, and then in here it looks like there isn't. So you can go. So I'm guessing you've got to go over the top here, because you could go to the bottom, but then you'd have to like loop round. Yeah, if you fall down, try again. If you fall, jump and cross the right beat low part and go right. Don't fall in the lava. If you do, you're back to the beginning of the area. Oh, so it's like oh, right. So doing that takes you back over there. Okay. So it loops around. And then Chintai's cave. Yeah. Again, just a pure side scrolling bit. Yeah. Oh well, bit of a mazy level. Oh, and this one, they're not going into as much detail here by the looks of it. In mission 4, the map is divided into 3 sections. There are only 2 scenes on the last map. You'll meet all of Double Dragon's bad characters, including the evil Shadow Boss. This is the ultimate test. Don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. 'Cause soon we'll all be dead, yeah. But yeah, they've got just like images posted up. Who is the Shadow Boss and where is Marion? Look, I'm thinking that's the Shadow Boss, but you can't see their head because they're a secret evil. Gauntlet, what is going on with these characters' hair? It's like they've gone for like Western Dungeons and Dragons style art style, but anime style hair, and it does not look. It looks just weird. Thor the Warrior. Oh, so you get to choose which character you want to play as. Questa the elf. Experience the ultimate fantasy that is Gauntlet. Now playing. So is that just an advert, or are they going to go into more? Oh, Gauntlet. Ah, this game. Yes, I've seen this. It's got room 1. It's turn-based, isn't it? Yeah, you got loads of like enemy. It's. I just remember it like the rooms look strange and you get like overwhelmed with enemies. I've seen this before. Find the key, unlock the door, and head for the exit. There's a particular... Ah, see, like here. Look. Like you're there and all these enemies like facing towards you. There's a particular type of old school type dungeon design that I wouldn't know how to call. I wouldn't know how to name it, but this is definitely it, where each room, like the architecture within a room is just the same throughout the entire room, and every room has its own particular style to it. So like with room 3 here, you've got all the diagonal lines and everything. And in the treasure room, you've got these shapes here, like fork prongs and all that. There's a particular style that I see quite a bit. Anyway, Contra. Our brave warriors have been given orders that will be nearly impossible to carry out. No one else is foolish enough to enter the base where the evil aliens await. Will you be able to survive long enough to carry out your mission? The ultra-radical action is about to start. Good luck. Oh, ultra-radical action. This really is from an era where they were able to get away with the enemies just being, oh, they're aliens, or Mr. Big Evil Man, and that they could just leave it at that. Are you ready for alien annihilation? Is that the final boss? I thought it was. Maybe not then. Yeah. It's Contra. And you got these sections where you sort of shooting away from the screen. The 3D sections. So here's a map of the first level, I think. Yeah, so the bridges collapse as you cross them, so you've got to try and jump across, otherwise you'll be in the water, and that's fine, but I think it's a bit harder if you're in the water. I think that's how it works. Zone 3 waterfall. Hold on. So where's Zone 2? Is infiltrating the base Zone 2? Doesn't say Zone 2 anywhere. Zone 1 is horizontal action, while Zone 3 is vertical. There are power capsules locked behind the steel doors that you must find and use to your advantage. So is it even numbered zones are these 3D style ones? Maybe. Ah, yeah, the waterfall. Right, yeah. I just saw this map at the side here. One thing that this magazine is really good at, and it does fit with the style because of the old types of games, is it's really good at providing maps. Like these images here. It's really nice. And I suppose it's one of those things where the fact that it is an 8-bit game means it's easy to do that. Like this is the map of the first level, and then I think you go up from there. Oh. Jeopardy. Oh, look at Nestor. He's at minus $1,000. And Howard is doing really well. So yeah, Howard is the smart one. But Nestor doesn't want Howard to know that. Wheel of Fortune. Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune are the most popular TV game shows in the US. Now you can tune in and play on your Nest every day. Tune in the fun, the laughs, the challenge. Are you ready for Jeopardy? Pick a category and see if you can match the question to the answer that pops up. Or take a spin on the Wheel of Fortune. So this would have been the original Wii Sports kind of deal, where it's a case of stuff for the whole family to be involved in. Of course, these will be out of date references and American references, so I have no idea what this is. This will be association. This is Christian. Young Men's Christian Association. Alright, YMCA. See, I got that one. It's something the top of the... I don't know. It's only the top of the iceberg. Only the tip of the iceberg. Got it. So that's a phrase. People. Right, I didn't see the clues before. This one is a phrase. Something. It. The. Something. Something. Do we have the letters that they have? Make it. What could that be? I don't know. Anyway, this is the thing. Something rapport. What could have KY? I don't know. And this is a place. I don't know. Is it a state? Thing is, when they say place, that could mean that could mean like the name of a place, like London or Sydney or New York, or it could be the name of it's like the name, like an improper noun, like park or waterfall, you know, or bedroom. It's very hard, but I have no idea what that is. Oh, save it for a rainy day. Seaside, skyscraper. Ah, okay. So it was the number 4, a thing. Yeah, because I was thinking icky. I was thinking I didn't think sky. Yeah, skyscraper. Honestly, I didn't know that they were there to. I thought they were just screenshots. I didn't think they were trying to make us solve it. Right. And then Jeopardy. So we don't have Jeopardy in the UK, but all I know is you choose a number and an amount. And 1 second, I need to cough. Sorry. So you choose a number and the amount, and it says like this thing is a fun thing, and then you say what is this? Like you give an answer as a question. Well, sound of locomotive or with a lug to drink in one lift of the glass. Chug-a-lug. What is chug? Yeah, what is chug? What Zorro, the Lone Ranger, and Halloween have in common? I don't know. A thing in a rope or a muscle stiffness in the neck. Noose? What is a noose? What? A twist in a rope? Knot. What is a knot? I don't think so. Let's see what the answers are. Oh, what is a kink? Okay, well, you could. There are other examples you could have for that, I guess. Such as you could say like a furry outfit and all that, and that would still work. What is a mask? Ah, right. Okay. I don't understand Jeopardy as a concept. Could still essentially like asking you questions. Video shorts. What is this? Right. Features every single new release video game now available. Come by the next issue for your NES. You've been reading our in-depth review. So this is just about like quick fire stuff that's coming out. Legendary Wings. Get the bonus points. In ancient times, when the world was young, a dark force threatened the existence of mankind with total destruction. Again, back then, you could literally just say it's a dark evil, and then that would be enough. Even if you were skilled in other shooting games, you'll find this a big challenge. If you're a beginner at shooting games, you might want to have someone play with you and study the strategies of the game until you get a handle on the action. We have Gunsmoke and Iron Tank. They don't call you the Iron Maiden for nothing. You'll need your will of iron to keep this monster heading in the right direction. Realistic graphics and sounds of battle add to the fast action fun. I'm at the point now where I'm looking for like a great evil. Dragon Power. Oh, Metal Gear, Rambo. Come on. I think I've seen the AVGN talk about this game. The story goes that the combat-hardened Rambo, or Green Beret, and hero of the Vietnam War, returns to Vietnam to rescue his buddies who were captured and are still held in the jungles of Nam. In the rainforest against the worst that nature and war can dish out, you search for the POWs that were left behind. The POWs? Like power blocks, maybe? Dragon Power. Oh, Goku? Is it Dragon Ball related? This exciting adventure is based on the classic Chinese story, Siyu Shi, Monkey. There's lots of kung fu-like moves. You begin deep in the mountains where Goku and Nora start their incredible mission to find 7 crystal balls. How many Dragon Balls are there? Are there 9? I've never been into Dragon Ball, but I think there's 9. It might be 7, I don't know. Take this powerful jump kick. Goku's death-defying adventure now begins. Hey, Metal Gear. Sneak into the enemy base. You will find a hostage tied up in a room. How are you going to free him? It's you against a heavy-duty tank. What now? The road to Metal Gear is hazardous. This is espionage at its most challenging. And go fight in Bionic Commando. This is a strange game in that I think you can't jump, but you grapple onto things, and that's like your kind of like your jump equivalent, I think. So you can like grab onto this roof here and like swing across, I think, or use it to climb upwards. If your helicopter transport runs into an enemy troop carrier, you're in for a vicious fight. Okay, well, let's see what else is coming out. City Connection, Victory Road, Star Force, and Freedom Force. It is just so jarring. Oh, Ikari Warriors 2. This is so... I don't know. It seems like, looking at it now, like these graphics look so tacky, which, you know, like I said before, they've got like that comic thing going on, like their broom. But the main thing sticking out to me is how all these titles here, and like they've all got their own different font. So this one is in some sort of like sans serif font, and then you've got Star Force here, and they're all different. I mean, different colours, fair enough, but different font. It looks, I don't know, it looks strange. And let's have a look at these games. So this is, what type of game is this? Yow, watch out for that car. Cat. It looks like a car. Or is that a cat? Oh, you're the car. Ah, hold on. Head out your way on the highway for a tour of the world's great cities, London, Paris, and you've got some big authorities trailing you. The best strategy is to heave oil cans at the cop cars that are in opposite of you. Your aim is right on, you'll send them spinning. So steer clear of dozens of cop cars swarming around under the freeway. Okay, so it doesn't actually look like it says anything, but this game looks like, from what I can see here, it looks like a game I had on the Amiga called Dithel's Wonderland. Well, I'm going to have a drink. And it looks similar in the way that it looks like your goal is to clear all these tiles, and the way you clear them is by driving over them. So say, like here, the car is driving this way, and it's driving over the tiles, it's turning them white. So it's like an endless level that keeps repeating. You have to turn all the tiles white to progress. That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, Akari Warriors. One look at these monsters of the future and you'll want to go back in time, but you cannot forsake your mission. You just can't do it. Star Force. This is a space age galactic battle, more exciting than Star Wars. Well then, the action takes place on a vertical screen, which keeps the scenes and challenges, and the characters moving fast. The ultimate goal of this game is to defeat Gortys. But first, is Gortys a dark evil from space that wants to destroy the universe? There are lots of battles to win, bonus points to gain, and tricks to learn before you can claim your galactic victory. Your name is Final Star, and only you can restore the peace that was lost 2,000 years ago. Look at this. Blast off and strike the enemies. It looks like the text like goes from not bold to unbold and all that. It's weird. So, Freedom Force. Rescue the hostages. I don't know how this game is played by the looks of it. An extreme group of terrorists have taken over and occupied the airport. There are three. I have no idea how this game is played. It could be like a Lycon game, by the looks of it, but is this part of the Zapper, or is that a thing? I don't know. Packwatch. Keep your eye on Packwatch. We'll give you a glimpse into the future with all the hottest news about what's coming next for this. Hold on, but what was Video Shorts? The now playing section of Nintendo Power features every new release game now available coming to the next issue. Ah, right. Okay. So what's the video part of it? Is it just these screenshots? Is that what they mean? Right, okay. I think that's what they mean. And Packwatch. Xenophobe. What a name for a game. Yeah, but look at all these coloured blocks. Look at the style of this. Let's have a look at a couple of these. Chesterfield. The peaceful days of sun and pleasure on Chesterfield Islands have come to an end. An evil dark force. No, General Gimmon has turned the island into a battlefield. Your mission is to rescue Princess Karen, who demands to speak to the manager, who was kidnapped by the cruel General Gimmon, and save the kingdom. To do this, you need to find the secret treasure hidden deep in the underground maze. It's not easy. The underground maze of Terra Cresta. This is a spaceship dogfight. Then should we check your laser guns and get ready for action? You're up against the great devil Mandora and in a contest to win back Mother Earth, but first you must beat 30 enemies before you earn your chance to the ultimate space fight against Mandora. Blaster Master, I know that game. I believe I saw. So when I was really young, I used to go to someone's house. They used to childmind me. I have very little memories of that place, but one of the memories I do have is that one of their kids was my friend because she was in my year of school, and her older brother had a NES and he had a game that I have a vague memory of, and I believe it was Blaster Master because the bits I remember seeing was the top-down bits. Anyway, the only thing we know so far about this game is its name, but from the sound of the title we expect it to be another high-action game from Sunsoft. What are you telling us there? Like, this I feel like this thing here could just not exist, and it would be like none of the content would change. Anyway, Xenophobe. Let's have a look about this game about xenophobia. In this forthcoming sci-fi game, your goal is to exterminate the Xenos. Okay, it has a unique split screen feature that allows 2 players. Okay, so is it literally like xenophobe? Is that meant to literally mean like you need to destroy Xenos? Is that literally just a reference to Xenos? It's not just it's not a take on actual xenophobia. Simon's question: you'll soon be playing the sequel to Konami's Castlevania. You are Simon Belmont, and you thought you had beaten the dreaded Count last time, but alas, he cast an evil spell on you, and the only way to break it is to put him back together again. Oh no! You have to, you need to find like his head and his body and parts and all that. You need to put him back together. Unlike all the king's horses and all the king's men, you can put him back together. You can put Dracula back together again. Grand prize 1. Grand prize 1. 10 games of your choice. There's over 60 to choose from. 1 of 10. So 1 of 10 Super Mario Bros. 2 game packs. The hottest new game for the NES can be yours if you're a lucky winner. And here, hold on. Using the postcard below, answer the following questions, and your name will be entered into a player's poll contest. In general, how do you like the premiere issue of Nintendo Power? So obviously they want you to say it's great. Do you plan on subscribing to Nintendo Power? They want you to say that you already have. Or they want to say that you plan to. So what? Wheel of Fortune / Jeopardy. So is that like a single game? Like it's been released? Please use the titles 1 to 87 on the next page to answer the following questions. What 2 games would you like to see reviewed in the future issue of Nintendo Power? What 3 games are you planning to purchase next? Please indicate not a preference your 5 favourite games. And it looks like someone's written out. Someone's already written out some information here. Including a telephone number, which that should not be here. They should not have uploaded this on the scan. I mean, it's probably all out of date and everything, but you know. Anyway, Jeremy Salzman. Let's see what he wants. So, please indicate on a preference your 5 favorite games. So, what does Jeremy like the most? So, A, B, C, D. So, 87, 75. Right. 87. So, the 2. 75. Zelda. So we've got a Zelda fan here. 44, 43, 38. 44. Kid Icarus. Kind of. And Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Right. Okay. Contest. So hold on. Players put. So this is like an individual like slip out thing, and you can win one of 50 exclusive Nintendo Power jerseys. They probably, if this is the only way they sold them, then this probably sells for a lot. You can't buy them in a store. The only way to get one of these is fantastic jerseys to win one. Anyone can win. Send in your entry today. I'll send mine tomorrow. So, but Howard knows best. So you should do it today, not tomorrow. No official rules, no purchase necessary. Okay. NES Journal. We're almost at the end here. Why you're into the NES pipeline and what's happening around the world. World News: Dragon Quest III, the RPG released in February. It's all the talk of Japan today. Players from all over the country are still crazy about this game that a representative of its creator, Enix, proclaims we expect sales of 5 million. Japanese players waiting in line to buy Dragon Quest III. Okay, so it was clearly... Hold on, so did this come with Dragon Warrior, which would have been Dragon Quest 1? So this come with Dragon Warrior. I think it might have been this issue. No, it might not have been this issue. No. I don't know. There was an issue with... An issue of Nintendo Power where they give away Dragon Warrior, like a cartridge of Dragon Warrior. But here, they're explicitly calling it Dragon Quest. So, it's not like people... people have the information. So, like, would people be confused, thinking, oh, this is something different to Dragon Warrior? Ah, yeah, look, the Triforce. It's 8 parts because it's got the 4 parts, but they're all divided into half. I see. The official Nintendo Player's Guide. I wonder if that's available. I wonder if I could look that up. Vindicators. Smoking up the charts of the hot new arcade games this summer is a futuristic tank warfare adventure game called Vindicators. Aha. Comes with built-in contest feature that allows players to win a free Vindicators t-shirt. Right. Konami awards Top Gun title. Whatever. Oh. What is this now? Oh, movies. Oh, Pee Wee Herman. Or the actor that plays him. I don't know. I don't know if that is... Hold on. Pee Wee's Big Top. 8 Men Out. Vibes. So, I don't really know much feels... Oh, hold on. Is that Kirk Cameron? Ah, hold on. Kirk, who said he's rescued the princess. Ah, 1 million times. Ah, look, there's Kirk Cameron. And then, so he's rescued, on one hand, he's rescued the princess 1 million times, but on the other hand, he's never seen a crocoduck. So, there's a good and there's bad. Mailbox. Right. So, games. Dear Nintendo, I've read that Howard Phillips has close to 300 games for the NES. I would like to know if it's possible for you to send me some of the names of the games he has. Also, are they ever going to be made available for the public? Oh, I almost forgot. Could you tell me the exact name of the theme song of Spy Hunter? Be patient. There are already over 100 games available for the NES. The best of what Howard reviews will surely make it to the stories. By the way, the music on Spy Hunter is the theme called Peter Gunn. Very interesting that this is mentioned, because do you ever have it where you're doing something or you're thinking something and then something crops up which just so happens to reference that exact same thing? So a common example I have for this is, say if I'm like listening to a podcast or a song or an audiobook or something, and I'm crossing a road and they say, oh, I crossed the road in the thing I'm listening to. Or they'll mention an animal and I'll see the animal, like they'll say like, oh, a bird passed me by, and then a bird passes me by. I use that all the time. And so I found out I had a tune in my head recently and I wasn't sure what it was called. It looked like the audio peaked a bit then. It should sound alright. There was a tune in my head and I was thinking, it's not a shot in the dark, because a shot in the dark is Da 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 da. Like, it's not that. There's another tune, and it's like da da dun 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 da da do da 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 do do. And I was thinking, what is it? And anyway, I looked it up after somewhat like hints I got from people. From things that they were thinking it was, and I eventually found out it was Peter Gunn. So interesting that it just cropped up here. But someone else, I read this and someone else asking that same question from 35 years ago. Our grandson received a Nintendo system and games from Santa this year. We were visiting our farm and therefore we got a good preview of this game. He decided to leave his NES at the farm for the time being, and so each Friday he and I have been playing. We have played Super Mario Bros. A bunch of games, but while Chad is home, I am left with the NES. I have been practicing, and I think that he will be surprised that I am getting very close to at least seeing the hostages before I bite the dust in Commando. Ah. This is a cool grandma. Chad decides to take the NES home so he and his friend could play. I told my husband that we must get another system for Chad when he comes to the farm on Fridays. I'm searching the Dallas area, found one. I have it installed, and now we have one at the farm and one in the city. This story must be somewhat boring to you. I'm sure it's not. Well, considering that Chad is 7 and I am 55, it shows your market potential. Yeah. We think the NES is fun for kids of all ages. We wish we had heard from our players in your group age. We know you're out there. So this is them basically saying, like, okay, we know like games are primarily for kids, but this is saying, look, adults actually like this as well. Even though at the time the culture wasn't there because they didn't have the generation that really grew up on games. I mean, there were games before this, but they didn't really have that established culture surrounding it. My friends and I have a club called the Videoizers. Here's a few suggestions for some other clubs. Try saving up weekly for a new tape every month. So far, our club has 13 tapes in our club. In our club, we save a few dollars a week for extra money to call the Nintendo hotline. A friendly game counselor kindly helps us out when we have trouble on something. Great idea, thanks for sharing. On tape? Are they talking about games there? I don't know. Metroid's got to be one of the best games ever. You must go back and read the instructions to get more clues if you don't want to get lost in this planet. You must make maps. Another great thing is that you do not get many free weapons. You have to earn them. It is not easy to find them all. There's a lot of secrets. So Jason here, from Beaverton, Oregon, comes across to me as someone who will certainly appreciate the games, more games as they come out over the future, as in the future of what would be the future from 1988. A lot of players share your sentiments about Metroid. There are many secrets yet to be discovered, so if you find any new ones, be sure to let us know about them. And please send us your letters. My friend has recently bought your basic set. In doing so, he acquired the official Nintendo Player's Guide. If it is possible, may I request one? You can buy it at many of our favourite NES retailers or order by credit card by calling that number. NES Achievers. Oh, so is this like scores? Yeah, these are scores. People submitted their scores. So this is where you gotta like take a picture of the TV, isn't it? Super Mario Bros. Cliff Bleszinski. Do I know that name? I have to look it up. from North Andover, Massachusetts. It's not Maine, is it? It's Massachusetts. 9,999,950. Jason Burkle from Allen, Texas. 9,999,950. Leon Durst from Springfield, Ohio. 9,999,950. And all the way at the bottom, Andrew Yoakum from Mishawaka, Indiana. 9,999,950. So I think there's a common theme here. And look, Kid Icarus. Very similar, not exactly. In Mega Man, one person has maxed it out. Take your best shot. Oh, do you ever wonder how you stack up against other NES players on your favourite games? You can check it out in this right here. In every issue, we'll print all the outstanding scores we receive from our readers. Would you like to see our score in the next issue? First, we need evidence of your great achievement, so be sure to capture it on film. For the best results, use a 35mm camera. Turn off all the lights in the room, make it nice and dark, and don't use flash. That's interesting. It's interesting to see that. I mean, I did see that what's it called? An AVGN episode. You might also want to include a picture of yourself so we can see what a true video wizard looks like. They'll look like just some kid. Like, for example, Power Player Ace Ebb. This is exactly the type of thing I would have expected. Oh, look at these owls. Look at the ornaments and the. Oh, that's 80s. That's 80s for you. Our club is called Nest Masters. We know right off who our power player is. His name is Ace Ebb. He writes to Nintendo all the time, telling them his accomplishments on games. His hobbies are playing Nintendo games, period. He has no pets, instead he plays Nintendo all day. He beat Metroid in 3 days, Tyson in 5, saved Zelda in 5, and finished Super Mario Bros. In 5. I can imagine if you are a kid who is really into games, then something like this would be such a big achievement for you. And I realise I say that sound like I don't mean to come across condescending. That wasn't the intention at all. I literally mean, like, if this is something you care about and you actually, submit scores and your name gets mentioned in a magazine, I can genuinely see a lot of pride coming from that. Oh, look at this. He says he's played Sega, one of your rivals around here, but said Sega doesn't come close to Nintendo. One reason for this is because Nintendo gets all the arcade hits. The phrase, now you're playing with power, is very true to him. Ah. Hold on. In your 1988 March-February edition, you asked players for some power players. I think I'm a very good player. My best game is Super Mario Bros. In your 1988 February-March edition, this is edition 1. This is 1. It even says, like, right at the start, because we're on page 100. I'll go back. Hold on, page 100. Right. This is issue 1. This is our premiere issue of Nintendo Power. So I don't know. I do not know. I do not know what's going on there. Anyway, this is the power player, and everyone's looking up. Obviously, they've got someone doing a lot of these ads, because this is the same art style as the one for that baseball game, wasn't it? Eric Mast, Nintendo Power Player. Name, Eric Mast. Age, 14. Favorite games, Metroid, Kid Icarus, and Wizards and Warriors. Hobbies, trampoline jumping, and solving his and his friends' Nintendo games. Solving them? Goal, to solve every existing Nintendo game. Good reflexes, good hand-eye coordination, solves games quickly and never forgets a map, keeps calm in tight situations and doesn't sweat on the controller. Best tips. So this is... Is this person talking here right now? Is that Eric Mast? Kid Icarus, when fighting Medusa, there is a way to defeat her without losing any life. As soon as Pit enters the screen with Medusa, move him to the far end of the screen, lined up with Medusa's iris. Medusa will fire her beams downward right at an angle, time Pit's firepower, so the serpent is destroyed. I wonder what this is. Like, this is some notes that he's written down. Can't read it. Cannot read it. Would you like to see your name up in lights? Send us a letter recounting your own video achievements or a friend. We'll profile several power players in each issue. Yes, Eric Mast from Ridgeville, Ohio. So ASAP is from Chicago, Illinois. And then we've got Jed Salminer from Yakima, Washington. WA, Washington. And MO is Missouri, I think. I might be wrong. Top 30. Where does your game rank? Here, the top combined version of the players poll. Top 30. So they've done like a poll before this. So I don't know where they got the information from. Legend of Zelda, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Metroid. Yeah, okay. Oh, what's this? The combined rankings based on top 30 from each department. So the pros. The players, so these are like submitted scores. Dealers, I don't know what that's meant to represent in this context. These characters have such huge eyes. Especially these pros here. But the pros, they like The Legend of Zelda. So it's a hardcore game, you see. Bayou Billy. Coming up next week in September. October edition of Nintendo Power. Simon's Quest. Bayou Billy and Bionic Commando. We hope you enjoyed reading the first issue of Nintendo Power as much as we enjoyed making it. We spent many hours doing research. Playing games. Research. I think you mean playing games. Now to bring you the most complete reviews, the best tricks, and the raddest reading ever. I even jetted to Japan for a week to work with our Nintendo Power staff over there. You try and explain Wheel of Fortune to someone who doesn't speak English. Well, presumably, if you can speak their language, you could explain it. Because if you couldn't speak their language, I mean, does the concept not work in Japanese? I don't know. Maybe there's features of the Japanese language to where guessing certain letters wouldn't work out. Because they'd... I mean, I guess it would be easier because they have fewer characters. Or do they have more characters? I don't know. But it takes a fewer amount of characters to represent a word, I think. So they must have more characters overall. So I guess, it will be language dependent in that regards. Anyway, joined in the vast, exciting new world of Nintendo Power magazine. Like all these characters here, all these people are like being sucked into the TV because it's so powerful. Yes, I want to subscribe. I want to subscribe at the introductory rate of $15. Have I seen this on a different Nintendo Power, like one of the later ones? I can't remember. I really can't. Anyway, choose your next challenge from the most popular library in the universe. And here we have a lot of games. So, overall thoughts. This was a bit of an odd one because this is from before my time, and I only chose this one because I knew that it had some cultural value to it. So I was curious, but similar to the one that I read from 2011, I wasn't. I didn't enjoy this as much because there wasn't as much where I saw a game and I was like, oh yeah, I know what that game is and I like it. And there also wasn't as much of the of where like I see something it's like, oh, I've not heard of this before, and like me trying to figure it out. I mean, there was a little bit. There was the game that I thought looked like a light gun game, but even still, this is like these games. It was just an interesting thing to look at rather than pure interest. Plus, also, it's not as you're not going to get the outlandish adverts and mail-in letters from that what you'd get from like the 90s and all that. This is more just straight up. I'm a Nintendo master. I can do good at the games and some maps and walkthroughs, and it's for what it is. These are some pretty big games. This would be very useful to you, as if you were a kid at that time and you played those games. But it was just an exercise in curiosity. I don't think I'm going to be coming back to anything this old, at least for a long time. I think I'll stick to the 90s and 2000s for the most part. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.